Man, if we don't trade this mother-loving pick, we ain't winning a goddamn thing. Look, man, I'm happy that we got the third pick. I would have been more happy if we got the number one, because it would have masked a lot of mistakes we made in the past. It would have made up for a lot of things that we did that was definitely not right. But now we really got to ask the question, what are the GMs or GM and front office, the owner, what are they going to do? I brought this up yesterday that if we don't get the first pick, we need to trade somebody in that pick and go get somebody who's already been proven. Go get Embiid. I can't emphasize this enough, Portland Trail Blazers. Go get Embiid. Look, James is probably not going to be in that uniform. They fired Doc. The process isn't happening anymore. This is the time to really capitalize on their shortfalls, and we can make a come up. Look, if James leaves, which there is a very high percentage, they're going to need a 1 or a 2. That's where we give them Simons. There's nothing wrong with giving up Simons because we have Sharp that can take his place. We can also give up Nurk. Give up Nurk. That covers up Embiid. And we give them a pick. We give them that third pick. They can get whoever they want to get. That's one more asset that is a high value pick that they would have, and that would really bolster up their roster for the coming years. For us, we need immediate results. The draft is great. There's not a lot of players in the draft history that has made an immediate impact. There's like none. There's none. So right now is the time that we have to emphasize as a team. If I was a GM, I'm going to go get Embiid. You know what's crazy too? I will flip this script and say, let's go get Middleton. Chris Middleton is in the free agent. Let's go get Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is a free agent. Package up all those cats I just named off, trade it for the Greek Freak. Boom. Now you got defense, and you also have an offense. You have 3 cats who have won the chip before. Like that right there is a formula for success. There's a lot of different scenarios out there that we can do in order to put ourselves in a better position. If you really want to get freaky with it, you can sign and trade Jeremy Grant. Go get a role player that actually plays just the role that they actually play, be it defense or rebounding. That's all they got to do. We don't need another score. If we get the pieces I just named off, we would have scorers. If we had a Greek Freak, Shaedon Sharp, Dame, that right there covers a lot of the imperfections that we have as far as scoring. If you go get Embiid, you got Sharp, you got Dame. That also does the same exact thing. On a defensive end, if we did have the Greek Freak, if we did have Giannis, we did have Middleton, Brook Lopez, that's 3 cats right there who have proven that they know how to play defense in sync with each other. We don't have to ask that question. If we get Embiid, that right there is a key component to defense. He was plus up on defense. So look, all I'm saying is if we keep this third pick in the NBA draft this year, we're not winning shit. We ain't winning nothing. Trade that pick if you want to win. Portland Trail Blazers, I can tell right away that we're going to lose the season if we don't use this pick to go get a player who's already been proven. I already know. And everybody in the league knows. That's the type of team that we have. That's the type of GM that we have. That's the type of ownership that we have right now. Is we're probably going to play it safe. We're not overly aggressive enough. That's look, if it's about the money, then we're never going to win a championship. Never going to win a championship. If it's about longevity and figuring out how the future's going to look, sell the team. Sell the team. Go get somebody who wants to win tomorrow. That's Phil Knight, by the way. Phil Knight, if Phil Knight was in play right now, there will be conversations already happening, probably illegally, but they will be happening because that's the type of guy he is. He knows how the college world works. So he already knows, like, the dirty. There will be conversations already had about getting Giannis over to the Portland Trail Blazers, or getting the Greek Freak and his company over to Portland Trail Blazers. I guarantee it. So look, if we keep the pick, we're not winning nothing. And you can probably just think to yourself, well, there goes Dame. Dame is gonna hang up his hat. He's probably gonna end up in New York somehow. We ain't seen him. He ain't winning the chip with us. And that's a damn shame, because he put everything he had on the line for the team for a hot minute. He's been loyal to the soil, as he says, which he definitely has. Never talk bad about anybody in the front office publicly. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. Never talked about the ownership publicly in a negative way. That's what you're supposed to do. He was doing all the right things. Not a lot of controversy that would negatively impact the city, his family, as well as the organization. So you got a real one there. We are doing him some disservice, by not giving him the assets that are required of a championship team. Yeah, Jeremy Grant was nice, but that we all knew that wasn't going to do nothing. That wasn't going to get us a chip. That was nice. He's serviceable. What we need is like a real superstar, like a guy who won the MVP. Look, Dame has been in MVP conversation for a hot minute, but you can't have an MVP type conversation guy and have a bunch of players that might make an all-star team if they were on their own team and they played for 5 years and perfected their craft. That's who we have right now. What we need is a guy who already proved that he can win the whole thing by themselves, but combined with Dame and a guy who has the trajectory of MJ. I hate to say it, I love to say it actually, of MJ and Shaden Sharp. You combine another superstar, that's recipe for success. Anyways, that's my opinion, man. I was watching it last night and I was just taken away by that pick 3. I was happy, but at the same time, I was upset because we didn't get number 1. Spurs, congrats. But I was upset because I was like, dang, we're going to keep that pick and we're just going to keep losing, because that's the culture that we have. We have a losing culture, a culture that accepts mediocrity, a culture that doesn't mind being okay with what's going on. That's the type of culture we have. I wish the Portland Trail Blazers would just hire someone like me that could give it to them real, you give it to them real, that can do an appraisal on the individuals that they have at the front office, and really just find a way to streamline a process that would allow us to think big. The Lakers did it. The Lakers were able to get somebody. Even the Suns were able to get somebody. The Mavericks were able to get somebody. And here we are, Portland Trail Blazers. Who do we get? We got Thibault and was it Reddish? Come on, bro. Get your life together. Fire yourself. Anyways, that's my rant for the morning when it comes to Portland Trail Blazers. I'm just happy and upset at the same time. I'm happy because at least we got a 3rd pick. I'm upset because I just know how the Blazers organization works, and I hope they prove me wrong. I know how they work. They're going to play it safe and keep the pick. They're going to play it safe and pick the pick, or keep the pick. Anyways, that's all I got to say. Happy Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Maybe it's Wednesday. Shoot, I think it's Wednesday. Oh, man, I need to get my life together. Deuces.